Mastermind crew, and welcome back to my normal schedule of lives back here on my business page. We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, and I'm also in my free group. Some of you would be aware that last week we were just exclusively in my social media group for the Lead Generation Bootcamp. So anybody live attend those? How did you find the boot camp? I'll talk more about that in a moment. But just want to share with you today, it's back on my normal live schedule. So what I'm talking about today is something to do with personal growth, personal development, something to make you think, something to help you be a better version of yourself so you can build the business that you want to build. And something we need to consider in that equation is if we want to make really big changes, like you really want to make some changes in your life and in your business, then there's some things that you need to do. And I'm going to give you 5 things in this live that I suggest that you concentrate on. So if you've got a pen, you might want to write them down, because this is really what it comes down to at the end of the day. To make big changes, we need to do certain things. So that's what I'm going to concentrate on today. But firstly, those of you that attended the Lead Generation Bootcamp, I'm sorry, but the videos are all gone from the social media group. So if you hadn't caught up on the replays, they've only just come down in the last 5 minutes. So guide 25, where all the replays were stored, they are all gone. Now, the way that you can access them is in the coaching community. So all the replays have gone up there. The Trello board's got up there, the template Trello tracker board, the special Zoom call that we did, a completed copy of the workbook, everything to do with the Lead Generation Bootcamp, as well as every other bootcamp I've ever done, is sitting over on the coaching community. Now, we had a little slip up today. The discount codes that I made available to you guys cut off way too early. It was a technical error and we couldn't fix it. So there are new codes and an extension of another 6 odd hours. So if you tried and you got told that the discount codes had expired, it was a technical glitch, and I'm very sorry. A few people reached out to me via email. So there are new codes. So instead of LG14, for the $1 for a 14-day trial to go and access all that other training, or the annual membership, which was LG annual. The new codes are LG3 14 or LG3 annual, and they've been extended. So if any of you tried and you got told the discount codes no longer worked, we weren't able to fix those codes, but we've created new codes and extended the time frame. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's all like if you're on my email database, I've just sent out another email about 10-15 minutes ago regarding that, and there's a post in the social media group regarding that with the new codes. Any issues, just reach out to me personally and I'll make sure you're looked after, because I'm sorry about that technical glitch for those of you that affected. Okay. So if you want access to those recordings, the Trello template board, the completed workbook, access to all the other recordings of every boot camp I've ever done, all the other trainings that support the Lead Generation Bootcamp, just reach out, because I've got that special offer at the moment to get in there over there for $1 for a 14-day trial, or the discounted annual membership where I'm giving you 3 months for free out of 12. So just put the word bootcamp in the comments section if you need me to follow up with you regarding that. Okay. So sorry for any inconvenience that caused to anybody. Okay. So who's here with me live? Say hello. Let me know that you're here. We've got Cherie. How are you? Hello, Brian. How are you? Great to see you here. We've got Tina. We've got Angel. What's Cherie saying there? The Lead Generation Bootcamp was awesome. Learning reinforced and learned some new things. It was so worth the time spent to attend, and yet it was free. It was, which Helen could have definitely charged. Yeah, I really could have. Like, I look back sometimes at those boot camps and think I could have easily charged, $47.97, even $2.97 for something like that, and I gave it to you guys for free. So anyway, let's move on to today's topic about if you want big changes in your life. I've made big changes this year, more so in my health. I don't know if any of you have been watching that kind of journey, but I've lost over 18 kilos now, which is over 40 pounds in the last 3.5 months. I'm still on that journey. But what I've noticed is that with that journey, it flows onto every other area in my life, even my relationships, my home life, my kids, how happy I am, my effectiveness in my business, my production, my clarity, just everything flows from our health. Would you agree? So that's been a big change. But to make big changes, either in something like that or in your business, here's the kicker. Okay. And there's 5 things that I'm going to share with you that I think you should concentrate on. But what we need to understand is that big changes require small, regular, repetitive actions. And I really want you to think about that for a second. For you to make big changes, it doesn't take big actions every now and again. And this is what you need to realize with your business. If you're building a business, you're building on social media, you're utilizing social media, you have to have consistent content. You have to reach out to people and talk to them. You know a lot of the things that you need to do. Is that correct? Like you understand that? It's the small things that you do every single day that are going to set you up for success. That's what equates to big changes. So if I think about my journey, my health journey, losing over 18 kilos is huge. It's quite a bit of weight. Go back and look at, and it's interesting when I'm going back and look at some of my videos, how puffy my face is just 3 odd months ago. Okay, those kind of things. But I can't just eat healthy for 7 days and drink the water that I need to and exercise and do all those things. I can't make that big change in a week or in even just 1 month. I have to do small things every single day for a period of time to get the result that I have. You understand where I'm coming from? Your business is no different. Where people go wrong in this industry is they get really enthusiastic for a small period amount of time, and you'll get motivated for short spurts of time, and you'll be really good in your business for a week or 2 or maybe 3 or 4, and then you fall off the wagon. Some of you might be able to relate that to content. You're really good at creating content. You're really good at being in stories. You're really good at doing live videos for a period of time. A week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, and then you fall off the wagon. How many of you feel like this in your business? Like sometimes you're really good and you do it for a while, you're motivated for a while, something's got you motivated for a little bit, you've been to a company convention and you're motivated for a bit, but eventually it all backs off. We're humans, hey? Some of you are really good at your health. Some of you are really good at drinking lots of water and then you back off again. All those kind of things. Big changes in your life come from the small things you do every day. Why I'm raising this with you is that some of you are still not organized enough with not only your business, but your personal life or a daily method of operation. You're not taking it seriously enough. You've got one, but you're not working it. Maybe you've done some training with me or others about a DMO. What's a DMO look like? What are you doing every day? It's the small things that you do every day. You're doing something for yourself every day. Are you exercising every day? Are you meditating every day? Are you reading every day? Are you doing something for yourself every day? Are you journaling every day? Are you reaching out to people every day? Are you in Facebook groups every day? Are you inviting people to look at your business every day? Like, what are you doing? All of you know in this industry, an effective DMO is crucial because you're your own boss here in this world of direct selling, social selling, whatever. It's up to you. You can even listen to people like me and have mentors in your corner and by your side that are encouraging you to do what you need to do. But your business won't grow unless you go and do it. Unless you're reaching out to people every day, you're putting social media content out there every day, you're in your stories every day. You're the one that has to go and do it. I'm the one that's had to prepare my food, get organized in the kitchen, battle with my own head when I feel like chocolate, but I'm not going to eat it, or I feel like an ice cream and I'm not going to eat it, or do a bit of exercise and I don't feel like doing it. I'm the one that's got the battle in my own head to make that happen. And I've made it happen over the last 3.5 months. The flow on effect for that, for me, how I feel physically, the natural energy that I've got, the dedication that I have to my business, my mindset, my clarity, my DMO, everything flows from that. So things are moving for me in many different directions, but you know what it comes down to? It comes to the small freaking things that I do for myself every single day. That's got me that result. It's not eating good for a week or 2 weeks or even 3 weeks or even a month. I've had to continue this journey on. Are you hearing my message? It's this, and I really want to hit this home. I really want you to hear me. It's the small things that you do every day that will help your business grow. And if you're not consistent with live videos, or you're not consistent with your stories, or you're not consistent with your content creation, you're still that person that goes, I should have posted something today. I should post something today. Well, what do I post today? Oh, I don't know what to post today. Well, I'll post tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes around. I should post something today. Well, what do I post? You haven't got a content creation plan. You haven't got a DMO for your content. You're flying blind in your business. It's going to be really hard for you to be successful if you don't have a plan. So let me move on to the 5 micro habits that I believe have helped me and continue to help me, and that you should concentrate on. Okay, write them down. They're no-brainers. You've heard them all before, but sometimes we just need to hear the message again. Okay? Number 1, hands down, it's what's helped me in the last 3.5 months. It's helped what guides my business on an ongoing basis is planning. Did you know that planning will actually save you time? Some of you won't make the time to sit down and plan. You have to. Because when you sit down and plan, and I'm not just talking about your business here, I'm talking about your life, I'm talking about your food, I'm talking about what you eat every day. I'm talking about planning out how you fit your business in around your job if you've got one. I'm talking about planning what you do for your business around all the distractions that you have. I'm talking about planning to sit down at your desk and have work time, especially for all of those of you that work from home. Planning. You'll plan a holiday, won't you? You'll plan where you want to go. You got to plan if you're flying somewhere. You got to plan to book you got to book the flights. You got to book the accommodation. You'll probably book where you want to go and the amount of time that you do. You'll do it for holidays. But some of you are not very good at doing it for your everyday business or your side business, whatever it is for you. But you've got to plan. So planning. Who's brave enough to admit in the comments that you need to do a better job at planning? It's the number one thing. If I don't have the right food in the fridge to go for, and this is what I used to do, I would just eat whatever I could get my hands on. And seriously, if that's 2-minute noodles in the cupboard that are full of starch and crappy food, I would eat 2-minute noodles because I hadn't planned to have anything else in the fridge that's healthy for me. You got to plan your shopping, don't you? To eat healthy, you got to plan to either go to the supermarket or you plan, in your shop. I get my stuff delivered like online. You've got to plan to get a result. So for some of you, I would really encourage you to sit down and plan. Okay, that's number 1. 2, this is depending what you do. Some of you might move around a lot. Some of you might have this business as a side business and you work, so you're out and about, and that's okay. But for those of you that work from home a lot, And maybe you've got multiple streams of income like I do. Like everything I do from home, except for the class I teach at the gym just once a week. But some of you are sitting for far too long, and you're sitting in front of your computer, you're thinking a lot, but you're not actually being very productive. So number 2, it really depends on what you're doing. So it either needs to be, for those of you that are working from home, you've got to have active breaks. You've got to get up and change your energy from your computer. Some of you sit for far too long and you think you're being productive, and you've sat in front of your computer for hours and hours, but you've actually achieved very little. It's because you're not being productive with your time. So number 2, like they sort of feed off each other, number 1 and number 2. So number 1 is the planning, but number 2 is within that planning, what are you doing that's productive? Within that productivity, it's planning, it's planning around and your time around the way that you work. So if you're mainly at home, active breaks, getting up, changing your state. Those that work with me in my VIP mentorship program, I've given them this little exercise to do, which is breathing. And it completely changes your vibration from really low level to high level through just some breathing exercises. You've got to do things that make you energized to build your business. So number 2 is a combination of whatever words that you want to put down. It's productivity within the planning. It's taking breaks if you sit at home all day long. It's if you're busy doing work and whatever, it's the productivity within the time frame that you have for yourself with working your business. It's like, okay, I'm busy, I'm working my job. I know it's either early in the morning or late or not, but I've got to be my most productive hour for me. I get really tired late at night. So this might be your example. I've got to do it first thing in the morning before I start my job. That's my productive window to build my business. For those of you that sit all day long in front of your computer trying to work your business, but you're just watching another training, or you're just sitting and thinking, or you're scrolling, where's your productive time? Work out what your productive time of day for you is within your working day. Some of you might really work better at night. Some of you might work better in the morning. Work out what your productive time is, and change your energy around that time and plan for it. So planning and productivity, 1 and 2, they kind of feed into each other. Do you get what I mean though? If you don't plan that productive time, and productive time might be taking a break. Productive time might be, okay, this is the 30-minute window I've got to build my business. The messenger's off. I'm on my phone sending messages, but I've got do not disturb on. So I'm literally just working productively for that 30 minutes. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, I believe this makes a big difference with having a successful business and just having the mental clarity that you need. Number 3, you have to look after yourself with your eating and your drinking. So more clean eating, cutting out sugar, cutting out coffee, if you want to, cutting out dairy, like that's a whole different conversation. Just cutting things down that zap your energy. Those of you that are tired and not energized, you probably go for sugar a lot. When you go for sugar, it'll feed you for a very short time frame, and then you're going to get a zap of energy and you're going to go looking for more sugar, and you could be in a very vicious cycle with what you're eating. So those of you that snack a lot and you snack on sugary things, you're in a vicious cycle that's never going to serve you well. Some of you probably don't hydrate enough. You probably don't drink way enough water. Did you know the actual amount of water that you're meant to drink is half your body weight per day? So if you're like 80, if you're like, hang on, let me get this right. If you're like 180 pounds, that's how much you weigh, you should be drinking half that and equate to ounces. You should be drinking 90 ounces of water a day. So if you're 180 pounds, you should be drinking 90 ounces of water a day. And that, if you divide that by 8 ounces in a glass, 8 ounces in a glass, that's over 11 glasses of water a day. Like, it's crazy when you actually work out the math of what you should be drinking every day. If you're not hydrated, you're not detoxifying your body. You're probably overeating. There's so many things that come into play when you don't look after yourself. So if you want to make big changes in your life, you have to look after yourself better. And that requires, probably eating a little bit better, but drinking a hell of a lot more water. Okay, conversation for another day. But it's one of the things that's going to help you get where you want to go is when you look after yourself. Okay. Number 4 is definitely, hands down, it goes in conjunction with, the planning time and being productive, is what the hell is on your DMO. A really fine, well-oiled, fine-tuned daily method of operation, which may incorporate for some of you personal and business. So it's looking after yourself. It's like 10 minutes of exercise a day. Like, it's just movement. You're going to move for 10 minutes a day. That's in your daily DMO. You know when you're going to do it because you've time blocked it, all those kind of things. It may be, how many people are you going to, like, if we take those that did the lead generation boot camp with me last week, what's your time frame for networking and prospecting with people? Is it 10 minutes? Is it 20 minutes? Is it an hour? How many people are you going to friend request every day? Is it 3 people? Is it 5 people? Is it 10 people? How many groups are you going to be in every day to do a little bit of networking? What are you doing for your business every single day? That is what's going to make big changes for you overall. It's the small things that you do every day. You may not see the result immediately, but if you do those things every single day, day in, day out, you are absolutely going to see big changes. It's the small things that matter. It's absolutely, hands down, the small things that matter that are going to make big changes in your life. No different to my journey in the last 3.5 months. It's the small things that I've done every day that have got me to the result that I've achieved so far, and still on that journey. You've got to treat your business the same way. It's the small things that you do every day. It's the amount of people that you're inviting to look at your business. Just do it without being tied to the outcome. Keep the activity going. And if you have a daily method operation that you say you have a DMO, but you're not working your DMO, you don't have a DMO. Start again. I'm really strong about this because I know this is what makes the difference. It's the small things you do every day that's going to set you up for success. It's not every now and again when you feel suddenly motivated to build your business. It's the small things that you do every day. Number 5, critical to the way that I work and the way that I move past problems that I'm having and stumbling blocks that I'm having, is you've got to have thinking time. So this number 5 is thinking time / analyzing / evaluating. Unless you're checking in with yourself every single day, how am I going? How am I tracking against my goals? How am I, what are my stumbling blocks at the moment? What's not working for me at the moment? What worked for me in the last week? What didn't work for me in the last week? What do I need to change? Unless you're thinking, analyzing, and evaluating all the time, you can't make the small changes that you need to make every day to get the big wins. Do you see where I'm coming from with that? So I'm a thinker, and I often have stumbling blocks, and I often have things that I'll think about, and it's like, okay, that's not really working. How do I know things are not working? Because I'm evaluating my numbers all the time. I'm evaluating the dollars in my business. I'm evaluating the people that are following me. I've already told you, those that did the lead generation boot camp as well. At the end of every month, I track everything. How many friends have how many followers have I got on my personal profile? How many people in my groups? How many people are following me on Instagram? How many people are following me on TikTok? If my numbers are going down, I'm not doing a very good job at something, and I need to switch things up. Unless you sit with that and analyze it and think about it, you can't make the little changes that you need to make to get the big results at the end of the day. You have to make time to sit and think. You have to make time to analyze and evaluate. And those that don't, you're coasting along with no results in your business. You're not taking it seriously enough. You're thinking a lot, but you're not really deep thinking about what it is that you need to change to get where you need to go. You're not really evaluating effectively enough to go, you know what, this hasn't changed for 6 months. I'm not doing something right here. Or I'm doing a lot of things that are filling my time, but I'm doing busy work. I'm not doing productive work. I'm not planning my time effectively. I'm not looking after myself. My DMO is out the window. I am coasting along again, month after month after month after month. You have to ask the right questions. If you're working with a mentor closely, analyze and evaluate what you're doing and going, okay, what I'm doing not's working. I need to reevaluate. I need to replan. I need to reset my DMO. I need to just reset completely because I'm wasting my time. Do you want to waste your time in life? To me, and I shared this on my TikTok yesterday. Some people watch my TikTok videos because that's where I'm sharing my health journey and what I'm eating and what I'm doing and all the rest of it. And a few comments have come up. You only live once. Eat what you want. Why would you bother about, clean eating and all those kind of things? What's important to me is to feel amazing. I want to feel good every day. I want to feel great in my own skin. I want to feel the energy every day that I feel right now. Like my natural energy has gone through the roof because of the clean eating I've been doing for the last 3.5 months. Like I know the way I want to feel. I want to have a thriving business. I want to succeed. I want more money in my bank account. What do you guys want? It's the small things that you do every day that'll set you up for success with what you actually want. It's not being enthusiastic for a month or going to the gym for 1 week or eating clean for 2 weeks. It's eating better for most part, 80% of the time, eating cleaner, drinking more water, planning your day, have an amazing DMO, and you rework that DMO until it's a workable DMO, and you keep evaluating and you keep testing it and you keep doing it until you do get results in your business. And then I'm on a winner now. I'm on my path. Some of you are not on the right path. You're not focused. Does anything I'm saying in this video help any of you to rethink or reevaluate what you might need to go and rethink and reevaluate about? Because I know this makes a massive difference for me. All those 5 things that I mentioned are making a massive difference in my world, my life, my health, my relationships, my business. And I just really want to encourage you to know and to think and to take it seriously that it's the small, tiny things. It's habit stacking. It's the micro habits that you do every day that will set you up for success. It's not being enthusiastic for a short period of time and getting motivated to build your business and dropping off for weeks and weeks and weeks on end. You've got to do it even though you don't feel like it, because it's the small habits that you do every day. But you've got to turn things you don't want to do into a daily habit, that it just becomes your normal, whether you like it or not. You just do it, like brushing your teeth. I know you don't go bounding into the bathroom every morning and every night going, oh God, I get to brush my teeth now. It's not something you necessarily enjoy doing. It's just something you do. Make your business habits and your health habits and your planning and your social media content and your interacting and your engagement and your DMO and your reading and the things that you set yourself up for success. Do all those things and create really good habits. So if you don't know where to start with the smallest things until they become a habit, and then add on, and then that'll become a habit. This is what we call habit stacking. And then you build on another habit. So start small. Start with small things, small actions until they turn into a habit. And then add something on, and then that'll become part of your habit, and then add something on. And when you get really good at habit stacking, you'll end up with the most amazing routine for the most part, most days of the week. And things will start changing for you in your health, your life, your relationships, your finances, your business. Any thoughts around that? Interesting, Brian. What I learnt last week could have cost me well over 1,000. So thank you for that comment. I appreciate that. And no one's left any comments, so I don't know whether you're listening or I don't know whether you're looking at me going, man, she's on a roll today. What's wrong with her? But let me know your thoughts around what I'm sharing with you. I'm going to shut up now because I've talked long enough. But I really want to get through to you It's the small little things that you do every single day that initially you don't want to do, but you want the outcome. I know I would rather sometimes eat chocolate and cake and ice cream and dairy, and I love cheese and I love my, coffee and lattes and stuff like that. I haven't eaten any of that in 3.5 months. And it's not necessarily, well, I would have, yeah, I have eaten chocolate and stuff like that. I don't want to give the wrong impression. But do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you've got to create new habits. And now, after 3.5 months, I know how to stabilize my weight. I know how to have a blowout and get back on track. Like, I've created brand new habits, and I'm very proud of myself. And I want the same for you. I just want you to relate this to your business as well, because it's the small things that you do in your business that's going to make you successful. Okay, I'm saying the same thing over and over, so I will shut up now. I don't mean to, harp on about it. It's just that important. Okay. Oh, there's actually lots of comments. I didn't scroll down. Sorry, guys. So just a few comments, and then I'll get off. Yes, it does help me to rethink and reevaluate. Awesome, Cherie. Helps. I don't do daily evaluation. I do it weekly. Do it daily, Christina. That'd be a great thing to do. That's a big yes. Starting over from scratch. Awesome. Facebook you. Atomic Habits. Exactly. If you haven't read the book, Atomic Habits, that is a absolute must read to reinforce what I'm sharing with you today. I've noticed every little bit I do every day has helped my home to be decluttered. Absolutely. Step by step, day by day. I have been working with Cherie every day for, and there's been the odd days and the odd week where you've fallen off the wagon, but Cherie, I'm a bit of an accountability buddy for Cherie. She's in my VIP mentorship program, and she's been decluttering her house for months. Look at her personal profile. She's shared photos. The amount of progress that Cherie has made over months with decluttering her home. She's one of those people that's got boxes everywhere, things everywhere, but she's doing a little bit every single day. And she is slowly decluttering her whole home. Small things that you do every day. So take that, Cherie, into your business. What you're doing with your home, bring more of that into your business. 100% true from Faye, back to basics. Helen Martin, how weird that you didn't seem, I know, they just stalled. They've just caught up with me. I'm so proud of you too. I'm sure she's talking about Cherie. Yeah, absolutely. That's a classic point in case. And Cherie's been working on her house for months, but she's cleared her lounge room. She can now sit on her lounges. She's cleared her dining room table just in the last few weeks. Like, it's okay. I've said it enough. I'm now going to stop. It is the small things that you do every single day that are going to set you up for success. Okay. Thank you for listening to my little rant. It's just so important, though. So please listen to what I've shared with you today. Look at those 5 things that I've shared with you today, and work out what you need to action from this. Not just listen to me and go, yeah, she makes a good point. What are you going to go and do with this information today? Okay. Clubhouse tomorrow, we're talking about more, like, we're going really deep into consistency and things like that. So that might be a conversation that would be very beneficial for you as well. And I've got other great things for you coming at the end of the week. And just please, I reiterate, I am so sorry for those discount codes cutting off early for the coaching community, but we've got new codes and I've extended it. You've got, the rest of today, tonight, even into tomorrow morning for those discount codes to work. So I've sent out another email about it. I've amended the post in the social media strategies group with the correct codes, or just reach out to me if you need help with that. Okay. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you on Clubhouse tomorrow and live here the next day. Bye, everyone.